myself Vaibhav. In today's session, we are seeing the breakout happening in the Euro USD. Not clear as of now, but still the probability, the likelihood is fairly high. And I think the major driving factor is, of course, the rise in the US Treasury yields. And this is the story of the day where we are seeing the US 10-year Treasury yields hitting the levels of 1.25%. And this is substantial, almost highest level for last 12 months, and this is happening because now the sentiments are changing, and the market participants are expecting the US economy to recover much faster compared to the other advanced economies, and as a result of that the US central bank, the Federal Reserve, might be forced to raise its interest rates a lot earlier compared to the prior anticipated time span, and this inflationary trajectory is also showing some signs of shooting on the higher side, and this is going to be helpful for the US dollar, and as a result of that the other currencies, and in this case the euro, is likely to be on the back foot. On the data docket, we got this ZW economic sentiments index data, and here also there is substantial rise. So the impact of changing sentiments, where people are feeling more optimistic given the vaccination rollout, and as a result of that, for the euro area as well as for Germany, the economic sentiment index has shot up considerably to stand at 69.6% for the euro area and 71.2% for the Germany. Moving on to the North American trading session, this was the loan release, not lonely, and here the Empire State Manufacturing Index is also following suit in the growth in the euro area data, and we are seeing that the manufacturing index has come in at 12.1% compared to the prior reading of 3.4%. So this is also the multifold rise and much better than the expected increase of around 6. Now, moving on to the technical front, we will go into the details of the technical outlook for Euro USD, and also we will see what's happening in the commodity segment, where the instrument of choice for the day is going to be the light crude oil. Let's start with the Euro USD technical outlook. This is the daily time frame chart, and yesterday only I was talking about the continuation of the bullish trajectory, where I had said that we can indeed look for scalping trades, where the target for yesterday's session, if you had gone in for the trade as per yesterday's session, was closer to 1.217, and that's where we saw the reversal happening in today's session. So that was the immediate resistance in place for the Euro USD, and the Euro USD failed to break above that, and as a result of that we are seeing sharp reversal. Now I feel that this consolidation might be coming to an end, and if we look at the lower time frame charts like 4 hourly, you can see formation of around formation like double top in place in Euro USD, and for this to crystallize we need the Euro USD to break below this immediate swing low, which is there around 1.208. so it will be interesting to see how the price action unfolds in the latter part of today's US session, but looking at this magnitude of decline and also the fundamental factors are increasingly helpful of the dollar rally. I am expecting the breakout to be on the lower side, and for that the price zone of around 1.21 is going to be key, and if we do get the breakout, then I think we are likely to see the Euro USD sliding downhill toward this immediate support, which is there around 1.20 levels. So we need to be gearing up for this possibility, where we will have to look for the optimum entry and exit points, and to that endeavor these SMA formation can be quite useful. So in near term I am expecting this confluence zone of 50 and 100 SMA to be a major decisive marker, and as long as the price action is unfolding below this, I am fairly optimistic for the continuation of this slide, which we have observed in last couple of hours in the Euro USD. And as and when we will get this breakout below this prior swing low, I think the price trend is likely to accelerate on the downside. And as a result of that, as I said while explaining the 4 hourly chart, also we can target the price zone of around even 1.20. So that's a move of closer to 100 pips. And for today's session, even if we are looking from the intraday perspective, the scalping opportunity is there. If we do see that the Euro USD is not really able to climb back above these immediate hurdle of this SMA zone of around 1.213, we can look for sharpening opportunity, and on the lower side, the price target can be kept closer to these 200 SMA. So further down move can be expected with 30-40 pips on the target side, and on the higher side the price zone of around 1.2145 to at the max 1.215 should be good enough. So we will have to look for the risk of around 15-20 pips on the higher side, where we can anticipate the reward of around 30 to 40 pips on the lower side. And as I said, if things go well as per our anticipation, then we can even expect the slide to continue, and we can even look for continuing our trade, the short sell trade, for the next couple of sessions. Now moving on to the light crude oil. The light crude oil prices have gone up substantially, and the major driving factor, as I had explained a couple of sessions back, is the production disruption happening in the central USA. Texas has been particularly hit hard by this Arctic cold weather blast, and as a result of that, we are looking at almost around 2 million barrels of production cut in the US, and that has helped the prices to rally above the US dollar 60 level. And even if we are seeing some correction in today's session, I think the outlook still remains bullish. And if we look at the chart, it has been all uphill, starting closer to these US dollar 36 per barrel levels. But even after these multifold rise, not multifold, but still in percentage point, almost closer to doubling. And as the price stand and as the trajectory stand, I think we can even expect the price levels of around US dollar 72 or 70 in coming months, if not days. So now moving to the immediate outlook, I think we can continue to be hopeful of the continuation of this upward trajectory, as long as we don't really see any significant dip below this prior swing high, which is just below the US dollar 59 per barrel level. And if we look at the regression curve as well as this pivot point formation, both are supportive of the bullish stance. And even if we look at the price action after this steep rise, I think we can expect some consolidation, and then after that we can even look for fresh trade. So if we have to consider the price levels for the day, I think as long as price is holding well above this 100 SMA, which is there around US dollar 59 per barrel, we can continue to look for the buying opportunities, of course with due consolidation. Even for last couple of hours, the price has consolidated closer to this US dollar 59 per barrel, 59.5 per barrel level. And if it spends the time around the same price area, even in the latter part of today's session, we can continue to monitor the situation and then go for the long trades. In the latter hours of today's session, we are also scheduled to get the crude oil inventory data from the API, and we do need to watch out what kind of inventory reading we get from that release. And we can expect the prices to rally or even correct somewhat if we do get any substantial deviation from the expected levels. So we have to be mindful of that release. But apart from that, the technical factors are quite helpful, quite supportive of the bullish stance. So that's it from my side for today's session. If you have any query or any idea to share, you can write to me in the feedback section and I will be more than happy to take the discussion forward. Before I sign off, I would also like to remind of the risk associated with trading in the financial instrument, and one should be careful while using the information provided. Have a fabulous day ahead. Do subscribe to the Ricoscopy webinar channel. Thank you all. Goodbye.